factorem celi et terra, visibilium hominum, et invisibilium, et in unum Dominum Iesum Christum, Filii Dei unigenitum, et es Patri natum, ante omnia saecula, Deo de Deo, lumen de lumine.
Hello guys, welcome back to Christianity Reloaded. The topic we're looking at today is that that Christianity is for those who love the truth, not for those who are in love with political ideologies. Because you see a lot of Christians, they use their platform to support one political party or the other, or political ideology. And Jesus never talked about politics. He's never used political ideology in his in his own time. He never teach about politics. But we see these people, they do, all they do is most of the time is that they support one political party or the other, and they talk about, it's like a camp. They pitch themselves in a camp, one political party, and thinking that there is a salvation in that party. And sometimes they give you this funny excuse of, if we support this party and they got into power, we can through them pass laws. You know what I mean? They want to pass laws. They think like once law is passed, everything is okay. Like Christianity is gonna do well once they pass the good laws. But this is false. You know what I mean? Because let's say, for instance, United States, they have like death penalties in some states. You know what I mean? They have it in their law, but people still commit something that they can, crime that can lead to that death penalty. You know what I mean? But you see that it's not about passing laws. It doesn't matter. Like you pass laws, people will still do what they want to do. It's about changing hearts and making people to love the truth. You know what I mean? And you cannot get there by political ideology. What politics does is that they polarize the the system. They polarize the country. The two political parties or three or four. What they do is that they throw in polarization. You know, system, and they polarize everywhere. So they have different camps. It depends on which camp you are, so that they can get vote. Because by the end of the day, what these people are interested, these politics are interested, it's not about making laws that even, laws that you might think like Christians we be happy with, like pro-life laws. You know what I mean? But the thing is, like, the politics is about money. And that's what it is. People sponsoring this stuff like that. They can use any ideology to get into power. They can claim to be pro-life, and they get into power. When they get into power, they do what they do. It's about money, finance. Who's gonna get the contract, that's where it ends. They don't care because people always use, oh, this political party is the best because they support this, they support that, But as a Christian, we don't support any political party. I'm not saying you should not vote, but you can't just say like, oh, this salvation is in this party, because we know we have a bunch of hypocrites in every political parties. You know what I mean? And it's not about, and sometimes when they get to power, even those that you think, oh, like, about, let's say, like, you think that somebody's conservative, Yeah, and when they get to power, you see, like, he start doing something. He start doing something like you don't see any conservative, and some people claim to be Christians, but when they get to power, they never go to church. You never see them in a church on Sunday. You never show them anywhere in the church on Sunday. And they see people say, oh, he's a Christian because he talk this way. If you are vulnerable, people that are vulnerable will listen to what people say, don't listen what they do, and just buy it. You know what I mean? So I think Christianity should be about the truth, and that truth is Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? And everything that have to do with him, not everything that have to do with politics. Politics should be, you have to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. I think politics belong to Caesar. You should give it to him, and give God what belongs to God, because God, Jesus is not about politics. That's the premise of this my video. You know what I mean? If you don't get anything from this video, just get that. Anyone that is using political parties or ideology and still combining with Jesus, you know what I mean? That person is not doing what Jesus said you should do. I'm not against belonging to any political parties, but what I don't do is like, you think like salvation depends on these political parties. It's not. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our video. Peace.